Hi, everyone. It's Keisha with Key Sources, and I have been trying out Edcafe in my classroom for lesson planning, simple reading activities, and small group activities. Today, I will be doing a real review of what I personally like about Edcafe. If you have any questions or if you are interested in the website, my link will also be below. I hope this is helpful. All right, so I am going to start with lesson planning. I have been teaching social studies lately, and so we don't actually have a curriculum for social studies. So I use a lot of different resources to help myself. I am going to do the checks and balances system for democracy. I'm just going to put the topic though. I'm going to put that I am teaching fourth grade in Tennessee. I don't have the standard, so that's why I chose to put Tennessee. Now, I could change the language if need be, but I don't need to, just showing the option to do so. And then I'm going to generate a lesson plan. As you can see here, it gives my learning objectives, the vocabulary, essential questions, the lesson procedure, the opening hook, direct instruction, your guided practice, and your independent practice, which would be your I do, you do, I do, we do, and your you do, if that's how you teach, as well as the closing and what you can ask students, and a suggestion for a quick quiz game using the flashcards, which would also be in their website, on their website, and I will preview that. It also has extension activities as well as differentiation, as you can see, in the way that students can be assessed, reflections, and homework. So I have a whole lesson planned here. I can save it under social studies, and if that doesn't sound good, let me go ahead and put checks and balances. I'm going to put a 2 here because I've actually done this previously, so I want to make sure that I don't get them mixed up. Now that I have my lesson and I know how I'm going to create my lesson, I can also go ahead and, all right, so now I'm going to create my slide deck. I'm going to put in checks and balances for my PowerPoint. Again, it's fourth grade. I want it to be enough depth that they understand what's going on. And as you can see here, they have different themes for your slides. So you have different images or themes that you can choose from. And I am going to choose the chalkboard theme. I'm going to generate my slide. Now, what I love about their slides is not only does it provide the title page, it also provides images. So if I wanted to replace this image, because it's not necessarily what I'm going for, I could use that image and put it in there. And then because it can't be really seen, I could just put it on the side so you can see the whole thing, and I can change up my slides. It tells what are checks and balances. Then it begins with the different branches. Talks about how each branch can check each other. What is a veto? Supreme Court roles, and then how it is guided in the Constitution, how the Constitution is used as a rule book. Why are checks and balances important? The balance, how you can learn more, so where you can get more information from, and then a summary. And then I could say, add a exit ticket and see what it provides me. Here are my questions for my exit ticket. These could be quick, short answer questions. I don't even have to have as many. I could easily take away the questions that I may not think are important to the summary of the lesson or what I want them to take away. But either way, students can get an exit ticket. Now, I could also go back up and add a slide and put create a do now. Generate the slide. Think about power. And see, what I love about it is that it's all aligned. Everything is aligned. I barely even had to do any thinking. I know what is needed. So I would, of course, read through, see if there are any things that I want to add. If there were more details that I wanted the students to know about, I can ask for that as well. Okay, so say I wanted to add a slide and make sure that the students were able to know who some of the judicial justices are. Judicial justices, name them. Generate slide. Meet the Supreme Court justices. So there are 9. Here's what they decide, but it did not name them. So it may be a little limited in how I'm saying. It could be how I'm saying it, or it could just be that they don't know the names of them at this moment. But then we have this old picture here. I don't like that. I would replace it, put my girl there, bada boom, bada bam. Either way it goes. All right, so I'm going to save this, and it is going to be my checks and balances slide deck for my presentation. For my lesson. So now I need an independent work assignment. I'm going to go to create new, go to a reading activity, and I'm going to put checks and balances in again. This time I'm going to put 4th grade, bold, vocabulary. Again, you can change the language. I don't need to. And I can generate activity. I just like how it's just a click of a button for literally everything. On here, as you can see, my vocabulary words are bolded. I can add audio. I'm going to use James from the United Kingdom. Now, I know that my students may not know the meaning of those words, even though we've been practicing them all week. They're still going to need to see them. So they will put the words on the reading assignment. And then I also know students sometimes don't do what you ask them to do. They do what they want to do. So I want to make sure that they are actually retaining the information. So now I'm going to have this quick little questionnaire at the end for them to do. I put it with mixed questions, so it will have both multiple choice and short answer, or I could have done just multiple choice. I also could have done just short answer. As you can see, they give the answer and they give the explanations to the answers. For my short answer questions, they give a suggested answer so that way no one is confused. And it seems like for this reading passage, they chose to have 15 questions. Now, if I had a small group and I didn't want them to do this in their, as an independent work, as a exit ticket or independent work assignment after the lesson, and I just wanted to put it into my small group, I'm going to save this, export it, and I want you all to see how I could do a soft copy for my students who break their devices, or I can create or generate this QR code and view the digital version of this document. And it will have the same thing. It will have the passages, vocabulary words, as well as the questions, but not with the answer selected. This is the PDF of the reading activity that we just created with the short answer questions and the answers, the questions with the answer choices and explanations listed at the very end of the document. Now, when the students do it, you can show them their answers if you choose to, but you don't have to. I want them now to, just to make sure you're still seeing my screen, I want them now to see a video. So I am going to get a video that I found, and we're going to go back to the checks and balances and create new. I'm going to put this in my small group, and they're going to watch this video. Some kids learn by us talking, some kids learn by video. So I think this is really good as far as recognizing how students learn. Now, the number of questions, I'm going to do 10. I am going to choose short answer this time because I need them to take a little more time than they like to take. So maybe 5 questions, and I'm going to hit the generate button, and it's going to generate. And here I have my video with my questions. I want to go ahead and save this, save it under social studies. Except this time I want to show you all what happens if I export it if I assign it. So if I assign it, this QR code comes up. Now, this QR code is for the students. You can put it on Microsoft Teams, Microsoft Classrooms, Google Classrooms. So it is connected to other websites. Okay, so now I have scanned the quiz and you can see that you can see my name, of course. You can see the video, and here are the questions. They have, of course, decent questions that I enjoy. Describe a scenario. They ask specific questions about the video. I went ahead and submitted my answers, but I didn't submit them all. And so it wouldn't allow me to just submit anything, which I do like because kids always forget what to submit. And what it provides after students submit it is feedback. So it provides feedback to the answers that they could have given, the responses that they should have done if you want to. And it also allows them to restart it if you allow. So I really enjoy the fact that everything about this website aligns the information. You can use your QR code for the digital version, or you can just print off the hard copy for those days that the internet isn't working. And even at home, I think this is really good for just providing in-depth information that your child can study, that you may not have known everything, but now you have a test with rigor, reading with rigor. So if you are into Edcafe, don't forget to check out my link below, and thank you for listening.